Here we begin the T3 experience step by step. The first important thing is to make sure our customer's comfortable. The way we do it in our salons, we actually use a beautiful clean towel with a little baggie over the top, the little baggie that you insulate color with. So it gives a kind of cushion, if you will, and it keeps dry so it doesn't become really irritated by wetness. Starting off, it's really critical. Using good temperatures of water. The dialogue you use is very critical. Ask a customer, what do you enjoy the most, a hotter temperature or cooler? These questions are really critical to personalizing every person's massage, because you're going to find that people like it 4 or 5 different ways, from the touch and the feel. So let's understand right away what the sort of rules are of the way that we're actually going to approach this process. Starting off with the magic, the TreeTea shampoo. It's a special shampoo for many ways. One is the fragrance. You're going to feel it like aromatherapy, really surrounding the client, and most importantly, every client sitting in the vicinity with them. The second that I love more than anything is the tingle and the feel and the invigoration. The longer this particular shampoo is left on the head, the more lasting result the customer is going to feel. So we begin the massage, and the key factors on massage is trying to keep contact, strong circular motions. So as you work in those sort of circles, hitting the templates, keeping constant contact, just slowly working through it. There should be no hurry here. This is solitude for both the customer and the hairdresser. We actually use this technique in a shampoo room in my salon that takes place in the dark by candlelight, just to really exaggerate that whole spa feeling. Working those circles all the way through, working with the key factors of the fingers and the neckline, just slow movements, pushing slow and really feeling that stimulation, feeling that blood and circulating through. Even go as far as, breathe in a certain way so a client can mimic and replicate it. It should be a very massage-like quality. It's more than just making clean hair. So we kind of really help you guys understand this by breaking the head into zones. So we're actually going to work on the sort of flats of the heads first. So that's kind of from the recession down to the earlobe, and we're going to start that as zone 1. Zone 2 is the occipital bone area. Incredible place to release tension and pressure. And then zone 3 is the neckline. So there's a couple of ways we deal with this. On the front sides, it's real easy. When we move to zone 2, which is the neckline, we sometimes bring the client out of the chair. It's really important that you make this an ideal, comfortable situation. Shampoos in our salon can last anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. So being in the sink that whole entire time won't be comfy, cozy. Just lift the client's head out. Don't ask them, just gesture by lifting them forward and taking the weight off so that you can really work on those tender spots, the muscles at the back of the neckline. Even though we're using T3 special shampoo, we're not limiting our hands to just hair. We're working on that neck area. We're really getting into those pressure and sensitive spots right in behind the ears. Don't forget, guys, as a hairdressers, we have license to touch. So let's take that rule and apply it to every single customer that comes through our salon. So focus on the zones. We're going to duplicate them in the conditioning zone, but it's really important to notice them and pay attention as you're applying them to really see where the hot spot connectors are in every individual client you do, because everybody likes it slightly different. So there's no such thing as one shampoo fits all. You're going to have to custom fit this to every single customer that comes into your salons. One of the major benefits by using T3 special shampoo is the way that it rinses from the hair, super clean. And what I love to feel, because I actually use this on my own hair, it gives the hair a very squeaky feel. And I actually encourage you to do that to the customer, because that vibration of that squeaky clean hair kind of goes right inside their body. They're going to feel that absolute clean that most shampoos never deliver. So that really does make the customer know that they're getting the absolute best for the condition of the hair and the scalp. The next process we go to is step 2, which is where we're going to use T3 special conditioner. And we're going to apply the same sort of pressure and the same sort of theology, if you will. We're going to kind of focus on those 3 zones that we spoke about. So the first is applying the product, getting a good liberal amount all the way through there, making sure you've got enough product to really give you that massage lotion type feel. Now here's just a suggestion from me to you, is to say that normally we put on a conditioner at the sink, we walk away. What would it mean for your customer to have contact for the next 3 or 4 minutes while you condition their hair? And again, guys, don't limit ourselves. We're professionals with a license to touch. So it's not just the hair. We're actually working on other parts, working down into the shoulders, depending on your sinks and which sort of style you have. If you have side standing sinks, you may want to pull a client directly out of the seat so you can really get into those zones, much like you see at an airport with those mini massage chairs. The key point here, guys, is while you're massaging below the occipital bone, your hand's still on top of the head, which creates a cradle. So lets the client know that you're in charge and you're being, luring with them. You're not just pushing them in one place and letting them go and they don't know what to do. You're keeping that constant touch with one hand while the other hand gives that incredible massage. So they really feel led, and that's really critical when you're having a fine massage. The next step is incredible rinsing, and that's not just rinsing with a hose, guys. You got to bring some contact. Remember what we said, the secret to great massage is by keeping constant touch, constant contact. So as you're rinsing, you want to kind of squeegee your hand down so they can feel every single hair and every root of every hair being activated by that constant touch. Never let go. Beautiful gestures. Let them know you mean it. Next up, we go for one of my favorite parts, and this is something we do in our salons generally after customers actually had a haircut. We know through research that customers hate to get their hair cut on a work day because they hate going back to work with itchy hair. What was our response to that? We started doing a T3 experience. So we're actually using a beautiful clean white towel. We're going to pump a little bit of tea tree special shampoo, a little more water, and this creates almost like a little mini sauna facial. The aromatherapy is ignited because of the steamy water. We give it a little rinse, squeegee the water out, and then we begin to kind of gently feel the temperature of the towel, and very delicately, without sneaking up on a customer, we just gently fold it around. Very much like the experiences our grandfathers had when they used to visit a barber shop. Lay it around. And then we begin to touch pressure points, checking on the earlobes, just doing all the little touchy-feely things to really take it to the most stimulating experience anybody has ever enjoyed in a hair salon. Sometimes we actually apply the tea tree hair and scalp treatment and use the hot towel as the incubator to make sure that the conditioner goes all the way in as a great alternative for a hood dryer. So he's refreshed, all the hair and debris is gone, we dry his ears, we do all the necessary things to make this whole grooming episode more than just shampooing to cleanse, really making him feel fresh and rejuvenated, and most importantly, with our day schedules, he can go back to work without having little shabby hairs all over his jacket. And the last point, which is a real critical one, you don't want to just stop. You want to have a nice sort of dismount sort of process so it doesn't just end like an abrupt movie or a car coming to a halting stop. You want to go in there and continue that little feeling, bring them out of the sink and kind of sort of align their body and bring them back into the kind of the state of consciousness, if you will. It's very important it doesn't just come to an abrupt stop, so working through the technique, using those thumbs, again, keeping full contact, guys. That's a common constant in this particular process. Work in those different areas. If a customer's mentioned to you they're feeling stressed or a little tired from work, that's when to really take that opportunity to go a little deeper and further. And especially if you're a hairdresser building a clientele, there's no reason why you can't take this time of luxury to really build your client's image of you in a whole different light. It will make a big difference. Right down to the shoulders. We encourage in our salons everybody to wear smocks so that we can really take the license and that luxury that we're afforded and really take touch to the full levels that we're allowed to. And I think that's going to make a real good difference on Zoe's attitude and the way he models his new haircut. And here's a great example of tea tree hair and scalp treatment in action to make you more service dollars. It can also be used with a bag in the traditional way, going under a hood dryer for 10-15 minutes. So not only are they getting the great benefits for the hair, but also the scalp. So as a money builder, this is a way to add on dollar value to your ticket. On a female version, somebody that wears makeup, you don't make the towel wet. You add a little tea tree essence, lay it gently over the face. This acts like a shield to the daylight. It also gives that client that incredible secure touch, and then just the same little configurations over the touch of the face. Not as aggressive. You want to keep that makeup intact. So you have options, whether it's male or female, it works the same way. Talk about the ultimate experience, tea tree toes. We start off by using tea tree liquid hand soap. So this is the kind of bubble bath, if you will, that's really going to set the senses alive in two ways. One is fragrance, we talked about. The second is a sort of tingle, kind of cooling effect, which is just amazing when you feel it on your feet. Now, just to heighten that awareness, you want to take it further, a few drops of the tea tree oil. That'll change the kind of aroma into something really therapeutic that they're really going to feel that their feet are getting a tremendous detailing. We're going to use a little bit of a buffer just to kind of, smooth out those edges on the toes. And then we're going to actually exfoliate using the tea tree hair and scalp treatment in particular ways, so you can really see how this whole line can work for you. Next, we're going in with tea tree hair and body moisturizer, and we're applying this right to the cuticle area as a kind of softener, if you will. And again, every single part of the tea tree system is loaded with the fragrance, loaded with the tingle and the feel. And this is a very, very clean kind of leave-in conditioner, so it doesn't feel greasy, but ideal for the purpose here. Because of the cleanliness of it, it's really a beautiful massage cream. So I'll be able to work through there, take those tired muscles, and really take a client through the whole array of pampering and fussing. And men want these same beautiful feelings just like our female customers already enjoy. So using it as a beautiful clean massage cream, the fragrance is pungent, you're going to feel it, you're going to feel the cooling sensation. Oh, I just wish that was my foot right now. I bet you just wish that was your foot too. We work so hard, and my advice to you guys is try this on one another. You'll love the way the experience feels. And who needs it more than working hairdressers on their feet all day? The name of this collection is called Tea Tree, The Experience 2.0. 2.0 is the number we want to have each client enjoy in services in all of our salons around America. What better way to build that extra service into your salon day than using tea tree toes? The tea tree massage. This is where we use tea tree hair and body moisturizer as a massage lotion that we use in 3 primary areas in our salon. We sometimes use it at the back bar after a shampoo. We use it at the styling station as a great way to sort of set the scene to kind of complete the massage from the T3. Finally, in our salon, we actually use it at the color bar. Whenever color's processing, we take that downtime from a customer and take them to the ultimate enjoyment of experience using the tea tree hand massage. The massage principles are really quite simple. It's really looking for pressure points, really committing to it and showing the customer that you're really going all the way through the joints, the knuckles, all the way up the forearm. There's so many different ways to do this, but it's really, really important you get into it. And smart hairdressers, if you do this, you actually get a massage too. It's good for your little fingers. So it's not just looking after the customer, it's looking out for you. Your skin's going to feel great. They're going to feel that beautiful sensation of the tingle and the cool. It's quite a memorable experience, and that's really what we want to create in our salons today.